Happy Thursday, everyone. The woke is dead. Literally, the woke is dead. The liberals has lost their mother effing mind over a campaign video that Sydney Sweeney did for American Eagle, okay, about jeans. And they're calling it Nazi, fascist, propaganda. It's a whole race campaign video. And I'm like, they have lost it. They have lost their freaking minds and they need to snap back into reality, okay? I don't know what's going on with them, but some of these people are like, they're cuckoo for cuckoo pops, okay? Also, should pit bulls be outlawed as pets? Should they be? Should they be outlawed as pets? And I want to talk about that because I had a whole different perspective when it comes to pit bulls, and it's going to shock you. It shocked me and my husband and other people around me when they thought that, I wouldn't be into pit bulls. But many years later, I'm in a different space right now. So welcome back, everyone, to That's It. Okay, you guys. So Sydney Sweeney, 27-year-old actor who did this campaign for American Eagles, okay, about jeans, and everyone is losing their freaking mind, meaning the far left. Like they're just bonkers, okay, over jeans and over what she said in the video, which I'm going to share with you. And I just want to get your perspective if you've even seen the ad campaign about the jeans. And I don't know, like the world is so messed up as it is, and a lot of shit that's been going on in this world, and people are getting upset over a jean campaign video that she is promoting for the fall of 2025. Like, are people really serious right now? Are people really bitching, complaining about an ad campaign video over jeans and what she said? And clearly, I watched the video. She did not say anything wrong. She didn't even do anything wrong. And the far left have lost their marbles, okay? They have lost their mother effing mind, okay? And I can't even make of it. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. So I just want to read to you this article, okay? And it says that the title is Sydney Sweeney Has Great Genes. The campaign sparked a debate about race, Western beauty standards, and that backlash to woke America politics and culture. Most of the negative reception focused on videos that use the word jeans instead of jeans. When discussing the blonde hair, blue eye actor known for HBO series Euphoria and White Lotus, some critics saw the wordplay as a nod or either unintentional or deliberate to urge or discredit theory that how humanity could be improved through selective breathing for certain traits. I don't know where people get this from. I don't know why people are getting upset over American Eagle campaign, and it's a denim campaign. As like, what is this? You know what I mean? But you know what? I don't want to speak for her. I'm going to let you guys take a look for yourself and see what did she say or do that was so racist. Because I didn't see anything that's racist. But I'm going to have you take a look and you get your. And I want to get your perspective of this. So take a listen.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes. Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes. Sydney Sweeney has very canes.
Now, I don't see anything wrong. I don't understand what she said. You know, she mentioned, you know, it was discussed blonde hair, blue eyes. Okay, she has blonde hair, she has blue eyes. She's a very beautiful young 27-year-old woman. I never heard of her before. I never watched the show that I just read that she's on. But when I saw this, I'm like, this is the most ridiculous thing I ever seen in my life. That someone's getting upset and saying that it's a Nazi fascist propaganda race thing when she has blonde hair and blue eyes and she's advertising jeans for American Eagle, okay? Campaigning for that. So where's the racist thing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand this. When Lizzo, you know, did advertising about stuff and then about her weight and stuff like that, and she was very overweight, no one didn't say anything. No one didn't say anything, okay? And now you have this attractive, beautiful thin woman, white, it's a big deal. Like, you calling her a white supremacist. Like, what the hell is going on here? Like, you people are foolish, okay? The far left. You guys are dumb and stupid to insinuate something that she said about Jean that, you know what I mean? That it's a race thing. Like, and I feel like, you know, these people who are complaining about this, you're miserable. You have nothing better to do to sit on your couch, strolling on your TikTok feed, and see something that's not even there because you're bored. You have nothing better to do. You're not happy within yourself. So then you just go to poke fun and say something about this beautiful young woman. About what? About nothing. Okay, you're just mad because she's getting a check and she's getting paid for it, and you're probably not doing anything. You're probably miserable, and you have nothing better to do. I just don't understand this. I just don't understand why people are getting so upset about this when there's nothing to be upset about. And I want to share with you a video of this woman who said this comment about her, and it's just so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. So take a listen to what she has to say. Wait a minute. Let's go.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes.
Let me pause. And what's wrong with that, lady? What is wrong with her that she has blonde hair, blue eyes, and she has an amazing genes that she got from her mother, her father? What's the problem? What's so racist about it? Again, there's something wrong with you, okay? There's something wrong within yourself that you have nothing better to do by poking something that doesn't need to be poked, okay? You're miserable and you need some prayer. And for you to say it's a Nazi propaganda, you don't even know what you're saying because literally right now you sound very ignorant and stupid and dumb. Let her continue on with her ignorance.
Like, that is Nazi propaganda.
Pause. I'm not gonna let you continue. I don't want you to continue watching that video, the rest of it. But my whole point is, it's just ridiculous. Okay, like, do they even understand what they're saying? You know what I mean? They just say things to say just to make themselves look good, to have more likes on their video and on their page. When all reality, they sound ridiculous. It's the most stupid, absurd, pathetic thing that I ever heard in my life, okay? You're making this woman feel bad for something that's basically come natural, okay? She has good genes, and she's campaigning for jeans for American Eagle. What is wrong with that? What's the issue? What's the problem? There's no problem. The far left has lost their mind. They lost with Trump. They have nothing better to do. They're miserable. These people are miserable, and I feel sorry for them. I really do, and they sound pathetic. Okay? Pathetic. Sound pathetic. Show you the next clip of this woman. She is basically boycotting American Eagle, and she's telling everyone to do as well. So take a listen to what she has to say. There we go. Sorry.
Don't forget to American Eagle for their racist shit online, talking about blue jeans and white people. Boycott American Eagle.
What white people?
Boycott the shit out of them. Boycott American Eagle. Do not buy them. And cancel this person, Miss Sweeney. Cancel for her being racist, for doing Nazi propaganda. Cancel American.
Again, how she's being racist. This woman is dumb. You have no idea what you're saying and what you're talking about. What racist thing did she say during that campaign? What? Nothing. Nothing. It seemed like you're racist. It seemed like you're ignorant for saying that. She didn't say anything at that sort. I watched that video so many times, and there's nothing to the factor of any race whatsoever. Again, these people have lost their mind. You go to bitch and complain about that when there's other shit to worry about in this world, okay? About the Gaza children that are being starved to death, the war in Russia and Ukraine. It's just crazy to me, all the other shit that's going on in this world, and then you're going to bitch and complain about a campaign that had nothing to do with race, and she was not being racist at all. You guys are crazy, and you have lost your mind. You have lost your mother effing mind, okay? This is just so ridiculous and so dumb. I don't know why anyone is entertaining this. I know some people are not entertaining it, and some people are saying that this is not a race campaign at all. Again, maybe it's just their own insecurity. Maybe they're just so jealous of Sydney Sweeney because how beautiful she is, blonde hair, blue eyes, and, you know, she's tall, you know, she's white. Maybe they're jealous. Maybe they're not happy within themselves. Maybe, and that's not her problem. That seems like it's your problem, okay? Something that maybe you need to work on if you're not happy within yourself. But for you to slam, someone and put them down and say all these crazy things that's not even true, that you believe is true, but it's not true, it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting, and it's despicable, and I just feel like people should not entertain this at all. That's like me going to Victoria's Secret and purchasing, you know, bras and panties, and I see a billboard of a Victoria's Secret model. Obviously, I'm never going to become a model. Obviously, I'm not tall enough and stuff like that. But you don't see me go off the rails. Oh, you know, they're being racist because of this and that. No, I like going to Victoria's Secret because I like to buy bras and panties. I like it. Okay, just like any other department store. I'm not going to go off the rails because I see a beautiful model because they have, you know what I mean? And I just feel like it's the same thing. And people are just crazy. Like, why are you hating on her? Don't hate because she's getting a paycheck and you're not. You're hating. You know what I mean? It just get a life. Get a life, you people. Get a life. You sound stupid and ignorant and ridiculous. And it's pathetic. Get a life, okay? Again, maybe they're just not happy within themselves. These women are just they're complaining about their insecurity. I don't know what it is. I don't know. They need help, and I'm going to pray for them because it's just crazy. It's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard in my life. People should just move on past this. There's nothing racist about this at all whatsoever. And again, if it was a black woman, they wouldn't be saying shit, okay? They wouldn't, you know what I mean? And look at the campaign from before and after. I don't know if I put it up here. I don't think I did. No, I didn't, you guys. I'm sorry. I didn't put the video up, but there was a campaign of a black woman, which I don't know her name, of American Eagle ad for 2019, and then plus Sydney Sweeney. You know what I mean? Curvy woman, beautiful. I don't even know her name, but I wish I would have put the picture up there for you guys to see. And maybe in 2019 that the marketing didn't go well. You know what I mean? They tried something different. The marketing didn't go well, and now they tried a different approach, and it's selling. You know what I mean? Like, hotness is coming back, okay? Not saying curvy women are not hot, but you know what? It's a different approach. You know what I mean? And I just don't understand what's the big deal. If you have a curvy woman doing a campaign video, no one wouldn't say anything. And now you have a beautiful white woman, young woman, 27-year-old, who's just doing a campaign for jeans. And then you guys are getting offended because she said jeans, blue eyes, blonde hair. Like, get serious. Like, come on. We got more bigger things to worry about than some campaign that have nothing to do with race. You know it. I know it. The whole world knows it. So let's just move on, okay? Let's just move on and be a better place. Moving on, because this is just ridiculous. Now, my next question to you guys: should pit bulls be outlawed? Should it be outlawed as pets? Now, I never liked pit bulls at all in the beginning, at all. I thought they were just, dangerous pets, and they were just not. I feel like they were not controlled, meaning that they're very aggressive and mean and scary. That's what I thought. And I used to be frightened of pit bulls. Like I told myself, I would never want one. I never want to get one. I just don't want to even come across one because they're so aggressive. And then you hear stories about, pit bulls attacking young children in the family homes, and they just brutally, attack, young kids, young children, in their in someone's household, and then they had to put the dog to sleep, put him down because of that, or put a muzzle on the dog. But pit bulls always get a bad rap because they're so aggressive and they're very dangerous when it comes to other people. And I always say that it's all based on the owner. Now a lot of people are going to agree to disagree me on that, but it's based on the owner because it's like having a child. You know what I mean? Once you welcome a child to the world and you teach your children from right from wrong, from wrong from right, how to respect others, how to love everyone, and show everyone kindness. But when you teach a child to hate someone or to be racist, they're going to be racist and they're going to hate people, okay? And they're going to like their kind, okay? It's all about, training and telling a particular person what you want them to act and to say. It's the same thing when it comes to an animal. You know what I mean? When you have an animal and you train them to be aggressive and tough and hard and attack, that's what they're going to do because that's what they know. That's how they were being taught from a young puppy. Same thing as a child. A child can be taught to hate, to be racist, to be all this kind of stuff. Okay, it's the same thing but different, different concept, if that makes sense. Okay, and I believe it's all about the owner. It's how the owners treat their animals, especially pit bulls. I have a pit bull myself, and his name is Apollo, and he's the most sweetest dog that you could ever meet in your life. Okay, he doesn't even look like a pit, but he's a Staffy terrier pit. Okay, and he's the most sweetest dog I ever had in my life. Okay, and I'm not just saying that because he's just my dog. Obviously, I love him, and my husband and I had him as a puppy. And I can just tell you this, I was against it from the beginning. I didn't want a pit bull at all because, again, they had a bad rap. But then when I saw a picture of Apollo, which I wish I would have showed a picture of you up there, but if you look at my past videos, you see videos of me and Apollo. And when I saw the picture of him as a puppy, I'm like, I knew this dog is going to be great for our family. And he is great with my nieces. And the thing is, he gets scared of other people. That's the funny thing is. He's not this tough dog that people think that he is. He gets scared of the littlest things, okay? For example, when he gets in my car, most dogs, they will stick their head out. Not Apollo. He stays down below the seat, okay? He gets scared. He gets terrified. He does not put his head up to get the fresh air, to have wind on his face. None of that. Most dogs do that, and I wish Apollo was like that, but he's just very timid, and I don't know why. It's nothing that my husband and I did. I don't know what happened to him as a puppy for him to be like that, but he's a very timid dog, you know what I mean? But he's very sweet and loving and care. And like I said, it's all about how you raise a dog. Now, if I wanted to raise Apollo as a dog fighter and make him tough and aggressive, he would have been that way. He would have been that way, but he's not. He's not that way. And I have to say, it all depends on the owner, how you treat and raise a dog. If you abuse a dog and neglect a dog, obviously the dog is going to love you regardless. You know what I mean? Because you're the owner. But then if the owner is no longer present and another person, another family member rescue that dog, it's going to take time for that dog to trust another owner, because the only dog that owner knew from the beginning is the owner and how the owner treated that dog. You get what I'm saying? So it's all built on trust. you know what I mean, and to win that dog over because that dog probably was abused, probably was neglected, and probably was a fighter, a dog fighter, you know what I mean, or a street dog, no, not street dog, a dog fighter. That's what I was trying to say. So it all depends. And I don't think that pit bulls should be outlawed. They're very. I see many pit bulls that are sweet and loving, and I do see some that's very aggressive and that needs more training probably, or they're probably with the wrong owner. It all depends on the circumstances. And I also hear stories too that a pit bull attack a young toddlers too. And I don't know the whole dynamic or the situation when it comes to that. When I hear stories like that, it's sad, obviously, and it's very tragic to to hear that that you have a pit bull that attacked attack a toddler. Again, I don't know how that became or how that started. I don't know if the toddler antagonized the pit bull or did something. I'm not making any excuses of that because no pit bull or any dog should attack any toddler. Parents or an adult should be present. All matters unless you know your dog very well. Like for me, I know my dog very well. I know that he will never hurt my nieces or when I become a mother myself, that I know Apollo will protect our baby and love our baby because that's how my husband and I raised him to be, and to be loving and kind and respectful. But I don't think that he will hurt anyone. I don't think, I know that he wouldn't hurt anyone for sure because again, he's the sweetest. And like I said, it all depends on the owner. And a lot of people are going to agree with me, disagree with me. No, sure, I don't think so. It's just how their nature is, and that is true. You know what I mean? You know, you know, animals, they're wild creatures. You know what I mean? They have their instincts. When it comes to certain things, and maybe pets, dogs do change amount of during their age. You know what I mean? Once they get a little bit older, they might change. They might be aggressive. They might not be. I don't know. I'm not a vet, but I know sometimes things change. It's like us adults. When we get a little bit older, we change. Our body change. You know what I mean? Our body, our mindsets. A lot of things change when we get a little bit older. It's same thing with dogs too. It's just a matter how you deal with it and how you deal with that matter. But in my opinion, I don't think that they should be outlawed because I see many pit bulls, and again, the ones that I came across with or encountered with, they've been great. I haven't had any issues with any of pit bulls that I come across with, and they give a bad rap, and it's sad to say because some of them are really good loving dogs. You know what I mean? Loving precious dogs, and it changed my perspective so much. You know what I mean? And I had an open mind in regards to this because I can tell you this, I was against it. I told my husband, N-O, a capital N-O, like, no, we're not getting a pit bull. We're just going to get a small Yorkie and that's it. Because I did had a Yorkie at one point. His name was Brownie. May he rest in peace. And he was the cutest rescue dog ever. And then I told my husband, the next time we get a dog, I want something small. But that didn't happen. We had Apollo, which I am so grateful and thankful for, and I can't even imagine my life without him. You know what I mean? Because he's my emotional support dog, and I can't imagine not having him in our life because he's just such a truly a blessing in my life. So I don't think it should be outlawed, and I hope it's not. People should give pit bulls a chance, and it's just all about training them and giving them the love. Just give them kindness and just being there, and a lot of people say, well, most adults treat their dogs like humans, and they're not humans, but they are part of our family. You know what I mean? Like most people are more kinder to their dogs than human beings because dogs are, pets in general, they're just so loving and kind. You can have the worst day and they can just comfort you and just give you that love and just hug you and lick you and just, it's just different, you know what I mean? And they can just listen to you. They may not understand what you're saying, but they can just listen to you and comfort you and just be there for you. And that's just this amazing thing to have, especially when you have a long, stressful day and you just want to just scream at the top of your lungs and just like that, or maybe louder. I just don't want to scream loud because, there's neighbors around, and I don't want people to call 911. But you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And it's just a an amazing, loving support system to have. Pets, because they're just amazing. That these are God's creations. You know what I mean? And it's super awesome to have a pet, especially pit bulls. So that's all I'm going to say about that topic. But before I go, you guys, I wanted to touch base with you in regards to my fertility. And I know I haven't spoke about it in a while. And the last time I spoke about it, I mentioned to you guys that Dr. Kendall was going to give me an update in regards to see if I can do another round of the IVF. Now, in her facility, especially my age, they only do the test, the trial once because of my age. Every facility is different. So I told her, long story short, I told her, listen, just give me one more chance, give me another opportunity to try the IVF one last time, because I at least owe it to myself to at least try one more time. She sent a letter to the board or the member to see if I can do the treatment one last time. Long story short, she gave me a call. She said I can do it. Yes, perfect. So everything was great and amazing. I got that good news. Now, I had to wait for a few months because I had to go see another doctor to check my fibroids, because I have a few fibroids, and it is. I thought my option would be to remove them non-surgically and do the laser removal to remove the fibroids. But when I saw the doctor, he's saying that they're so small and they're like out of my, they're over my, what is it? I'm trying to think, the uterus, that it makes no sense for him to operate. You know what I mean? Because if he operates and get rid of the fibroids, that it's going to lose my chances of getting pregnant. That it would be more of a high risk, even though I'm already high risk already because of my age. Because in the medical world, it's geriatric. Even though I feel great, I work out, I take vitamins, I'm good. But in the medical world, I'm too old. They didn't say old, but I'm saying that. But they're saying that, because of my age, I'm a high risk of getting pregnant. So he's saying that it makes no sense for me to have them removed because, with all the hormones that I'm taking with the IVF treatment, that it's not going to affect my pregnancy at all. And he said that if I do get a second opinion and see another doctor, and if a doctor told me, oh, they can remove it, blah, 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 run for the hills. So when he told me that, I felt better. It's not the news that I wanted to hear because I did want to get them removed, but I didn't want to take that chance to remove them and then have a bigger risk of not getting pregnant at all or have any complications during my pregnancy. So I took his advice, and I'm not going to get them removed. It is what it is. It sucks that I have fibroids. It doesn't even run in my family. I know my younger sister, she had them, and then she had to get them removed because they were the size of a football. But she's not planning to have kids, and she doesn't want kids. She made that very clear to herself and to us that she doesn't want to have kids. So she is content with that. So then, long story short, I got a new nurse, Nikki, which is great because I mentioned to you in my past video that the other nurse that I was dealing with, Alexa, she was not good, in my opinion. She was very cold and standoffish. I feel like she was not the nurse for me. I feel like I needed a nurse that's going to take their time to explain things to me, especially this is my first rodeo, second rodeo now. And I just want someone that's a little bit more transparent and more understanding, and then be with me during this journey, if that makes sense. So Nikki explained to me everything because I told her that, I'm starting my menstrual cycle, and then she told me great. And then I made a follow-up appointment with her. She said, make sure that, all my, all my financials are set and good. I'm like, okay. Then I got a call from the financial, and she explained to me about my anesthesia bill. And I'm like, why am I getting a bill? She said, well, because the anesthesia doctor, he's no longer provider to your insurance or to the facility. And I'm like, well, that would have been nice that you would have told me that before my husband and I traveled to Tampa to do the egg retrieval. Why was this not mentioned to me in the first place? to my husband and I. Because if the provider was out of network and he's no longer taking Cigna plans anymore, why this was not mentioned to me? So basically, I did the egg retrieval, and this is what I told her, the financial over the phone. So basically, I did the egg retrieval. You bill my insurance, but then you knew that your provider was not in network with my insurance or with your facility. Then you're going to slap me with $730 bill and expect me to pay? Girl, bye. I didn't say that to her. I remain very calm, and I'm very proud of myself because the old Cheryl would have went the far left, okay? And thank God that God was with me because I wanted to snap at her, but I didn't. I remained calm, and I tried to tell her it doesn't make any sense. You didn't even give me that option to see if I wanted to go under or not. You just, okay, we're not just going to tell her. We're just going to let her, do the egg retrieval. Then we're going to slap her with a bill that she just has to pay the $730, and that's it. No, that's not it. Now I understand why people go unhinged when it comes to insurance company and people. Not saying that I condone, taking matters into your own hands. I'm not saying that, and I don't condone that. But now I understand why people are unhinged because there's no transparency. And I told the financial woman, when I made that initial consultation with Dr. Kendall, that's what I said in the beginning. I want transparency. I want communication to let me know what's going on when it comes to my treatment plan and when it comes to the insurance company. Because that's the issue that I have with another facility, okay? That they billed my insurance out of network. They didn't tell me, and they slapped me with a $1,000 bill. I'm like, I'm not paying that, and my husband's not paying it. And I stopped going to that place, okay? I stopped going to that place, and it delayed so much because this was back in 2022, and we did some tests, but then they didn't go over the results with me until until another facility went over the results with me, saying that about my fallopian tubes, that they were closed. Now, if I would have knew this back in 2022, and if they were transparent with me and let me know about my insurance, I would have been in a different state right now. Meaning that I would have been in a different situation. That's what I'm trying to get at. But that didn't happen, so I stopped going over there. And now, look, now I'm back to where I was before and back in 2022. I was highly upset. I said, this is not right. And I looked up the surprise billing protection, okay? Your rights and protection against surprise medical bill. And sure enough, that's a surprise medical bill. So I told her this, and I love to have a paper trail because when you talk to people over the phone, people tend to forget what you told them. Okay, people tend to forget that they have like some amnesia. Okay, because that's why I don't like saying stuff over the phone because people tend to forget and to lie, unfortunately. So what I did, I made a paper trail. I emailed the financial woman that I spoke to yesterday and told her word for word that this was not right. I'm very upset about this as a patient. There was no transparency. I was not aware that your provider of the anesthesia doctor was not in network anymore, okay? And then now you're slapping me with a bill. I am not paying this bill. That bill should be right off, okay? Right off, and I'm not paying it. And I would love to speak to Dr. Kendall and the manager, Megan. Now, I'm still waiting for their phone call. You know what I mean? It's like almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm still waiting for their phone call, and they haven't called me yet. And what really upsets me the most, now I have to find another facility, okay? Basically, I'm starting all over again. And it's like, damn, I can't catch a break. I really can't. All I want in this world is to get pregnant. And I feel like I'm just getting roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. And it's just like, damn, like, can anything happen right? Can there be any transparency? And just not me bitching or complaining. It's just frustration. You get what I'm saying? That I was very comfortable with this facility. It's close to my job. I can just go over there, commute there, and then go commute back to work. Like it's like a 10-minute drive. You know what I mean? Now I have to go to a different facility, commute even further. You get what I'm saying? Start from scratch. See a new doctor, explain to my doctor my situation, give him all my medical records, and then start the treatment again. It's just very frustrating, you know what I mean? And I really like that facility where I was going to, but now I can't go anymore because their anesthesia doctors don't take my insurance anymore, and it's out of network, and I'm not paying out of network for another doctor. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. I already coughed up so much money as it is for the medication, for the treatment, for the genetic testing. On top of that, co-pays for the doctor visit, that's close to almost $4,000. And now I'm grateful that my insurance is covering majority of the treatment. However, I'm coughing up $4,000 that my husband and I don't have, but we're working our ass off to provide and get that money so we can start a family. And I just feel like I'm just getting roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, and I'm just so tired. I'm tired to the point that I just want to quit and give up and maybe, just wash my hands of it. Maybe this is God's telling me. Maybe it's meant for me not to become a mom. You just having obstacles after obstacles. And then I told myself, that's the enemy talking. That's the enemy talking, because I know God's not doing this, okay? I know God is not doing this. I know that's the enemy talking. And on top of that, I'm not a quitter. I'm not a quitter. When I want something, I fight for it. And this is what I want. So I'm going to fight even harder to become pregnant. I'm going to do whatever I need to do, whatever is necessary to make it happen. I just have to trust God, and God is in control of this. All I can do is just do my part. And once I do my part, it's in God's hands. And whatever leads to whatever it leads to, I will accept it. I will accept it. You know what I mean? Sometimes God, yes is his yes, and his no is his no. But I know in my heart that he knows that I want to become pregnant and I want to become a mother, because that's what I'm meant to be. That's what I'm on this earth for, to become a mom, because I'm a very nurturing person. And I just don't want to lose that opportunity. And I just feel like now I have to start from scratch. New provider, new this, new that. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating because I really like Dr. Kendall. I really love her team and her facility. And I felt like it was the best fit for me. But then when that financial told me about this, that's just like another slap in the face. And it's not right. You have to be transparent with your patients. You have to, because people are going to go on the deep end. Luckily for me, I have God on my side, and I'm a level-headed person, that I'm not going to snap and go crazy. But there's some people that's unhinged that will go crazy on people, regarding the insurance and regarding something like that. They would just snap. And luckily, I'm not snapping. I'm upset and I'm frustrated, which rightfully I have every right to be. It just sucks that that I didn't get that transparency. You know what I mean? Like, do the retrieval and let's bill her later, and then she's stuck with the bill. No, you messed with the wrong patient, because I'm not with that. I know my rights, I know my laws, and I know with that surprise act, which they gave me that surprise bill, I am not paying for it. And I specifically told her that during the email, because I like to have a paper trail, because I didn't want to say it over the phone, or what was transparent over the phone. I don't want people, that nurse, that financial, well, that never occurred. That never happened. You know what I mean? And I even told her I want to speak to Dr. Kendall as soon as she's available, and the manager as well. I don't know if she relayed a message to them. I don't know, but I did send it in an email, and I did call the facility as well, that I want to speak to the manager and Dr. Kendall as well, so I can tell Dr. Kendall I'm no longer going to be a patient of hers, because I'm highly upset. I was not told about this, about the anesthesia doctor that's no longer a provider with their facility and is out of network. It would have been nice that I would have got some news about that, but then it went behind my back, and I wasn't told about this, and I'm not paying that bill. And that is the latest update of my IVF treatment. So please, you guys, keep me in your prayers, and I will let you know any further updates in regards to this. I have a new consultation next Thursday to see a whole new doctor, bringing all my medical records and everything, and I just want to start the IVF. I really do. And before I let you go, the great thing about this new facility, their age limit that they stop IVF treatment is the age of 55, which is great, crazy, but great. Hopefully it won't be me, because I don't think I want to have a kid at the age of 50, get pregnant at the age of 55. That's even more of a higher risk. I just hope and pray that I can get pregnant by this year. And if this is going to be my miracle child, it will be my miracle child. And by the grace of God, again, God is in control of this. He knows what's going to happen before I even know it, before you even know it. I trust that. I trust the process. And I know that everything's going to be okay, even though I was very frustrated and upset about it. But I can't There's things that I can't, that's out of my control, that I can't linger and get upset about. I can plead my case. I can tell, I can let the doctors know how I feel and how upset I was, and I just have to move on. Move on. As long as I plead my case and speak my truth and let them know how upset and disappointed I was and still am, I have to move on. I have to think about the bigger picture and remain calm, because when your body's stressed, then it's not going to produce anything that the medication is trying to do for your body, for my body, excuse me, to get pregnant, and for your body too. So it's all about reducing stress level, remaining calm, and just being positive and optimistic, and that God is in control of everything, everything. And I truly, truly believe that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. That said, I really appreciate all of you taking the time to listen to me and listen to my rant and the things that I talk about. I know there's other podcasters out there that are amazing, that's great, that's been doing this for a long time. And I wouldn't say I'm nobody, but I'm just starting up here. And again, I'm having fun doing this, not knowing what I'm doing, but hey, everyone had to start somewhere. You know what I mean? And I'm having fun. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying your comments. The people that do comment, the people that do listen and like. So if you do like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And again, I really love each and one of you and appreciate you just listening in to what I have to say. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care and God bless.